All right, what is going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. 15 game slate today. Let's just jump right into the recap. Very, 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 very small profit. Point one. Wow. Could have been an absolute monster night. Our fun parlay at plus 1,734 ended up coming down to the Phillies. They got a 2-run lead in the second. I should have hedged that damn thing. Dodgers got up to like plus 215. I let it ride. Bit me in the ass. So it is what it is. Phillies first five obviously didn't hit. Nola gave up 4 runs in the bottom of the third, so it ended up being 4-2 after five. But we did hit the Phillies first five over 1.5 very easily. Athletics run line. Kai Bush did start, so we ended up taking that play and that hit, so that was great. Houston and the Rangers. Jesus, it ended up at 7. I thought we were going to hit that or at least push it. Let's see. Twins money line ended up being 3-0. So, yeah, it is what it is. We did pretty good on the straights. We should have hit the first 5 bet. Freaking Diamondbacks, man, they didn't get to Logan Allen. They were down 3-2 after 5. And of course, how it always happens, they end up scoring 2 in the 6th. Then they hit a go-ahead home run in the 8th, so that was pretty crazy. But we ended up hitting our first 5 games that we had selected yesterday. So not bad. We went 5-4 on those. Props, we did pretty good. We went 6-3. And Nerfies, we did the 2-0 sweep. So pretty good day. Just wish the units would have been a little bit bigger. August has just been a little rough. We were down just a little under 5 units after a really nice July, so let's bounce back today. I like some of these games, so I think there's a lot of opportunity. Going to jump right in. Padres and the Pirates. Dylan Cease going up against Bailey Falter. Falter looked really good his last start. I don't think that's going to be the case today, but you never know with this Padres offense. They are just very hit or miss, man. But I trust Dylan Cease to get the job done. I think they go in and end up hammering the Pirates. We'll just have to see. I'm a little nervous the way that the Pirates have been hitting right-handed pitching over the last week. But both teams have been hit with runners in scoring position. They do give Dylan Cease a pretty good amount of run support, almost averaging 5 runs a game. We can see his splits. I mean, he has just been absolutely on fire. 1 earned run in his last 4 starts. Really like the direction he's trending. He's got a sub 1 to lefties and just right around 100 to righties. Falter is definitely susceptible to righties, and I think that'll be who does the damage versus them today. So you could look at the Nerfy as well. That was one of the things I did look at. It's minus 145, so I think that's on the card, but can't remember. I ended up narrowing it down. Next game, we've got Cleveland Diamondbacks. Eduardo Rodriguez making his first start of the year, so he will undoubtedly be limited. I don't know what the pitch count's going to look like. If I had to guess, somewhere in that 60 to 70 range is probably a pretty good probability. Diamondbacks are hot, man. They are definitely hitting the ball. That said, so is Cleveland. So I'm going to reverse course. I was on the D-backs yesterday. We're going to go Cleveland today. I like the way Ben Lively's been pitching. Think he gets the job done today. He's a predominant fly ball pitcher. We're going to have the wind blowing in quite a bit. But I will say there's a decent chance this game gets rained out. So wouldn't go too heavy on this one. But if we look, both teams are hitting really well with runners in scoring position. It's just a gut feel for me. I know the splits don't necessarily favor Lively, but with Rodriguez making his first start of the year, I just feel like Cleveland gets to him early. And this Diamondbacks bullpen is really, really bad. They ended up blowing another game last night. So bottom of the ninth, they ended up giving up a triple, then a sac fly. So I don't trust their bullpen. I think Cleveland gets it done today, but it's a tight one, really tight one. And I think the over-under is tight. The over was my favorite in the game last night. I think it's really tight today. All right, Reds and Marlins. We were on the Reds yesterday. That was really sweat-free. Ellie De La Cruz put on an absolute show, hit 2 dingers. The guy is just really fun to watch. So Lodolo going up against Max Meyer. It's all about which Lodolo will you get. He's been really sporadic lately, although he is better on the road than he is at GABP. So I'm going to take Lodolo here going up against Max Meyer. I think the Reds should pummel his fastball. Starting to see the sticks coming around for the Reds, but again, one of those teams that can go ice cold in an absolute instant. So maybe not my favorite game of the day, and there's a little bit of value on the Marlins at plus 130, but I think the books have caught up to them now. I think probably 2 weeks ago this would have been like 160. So heavy lean towards the Reds, but there's definitely a path for the Marlins to win. It's two bad teams going up against each other. All right, next game, Giants and the Nats. Oh, that was another thing. Lost a bet because the Nats couldn't score one damn run. We needed them to score two. In the bottom of the eighth, they had runners on second and third, no outs. I'm like, sweet, we're hitting it. KK. Go strikeout, and then like a pop out. So GG. Don't trust their offense. I really like the way Hayden Birdsong is pitching. He's a rookie, but not pitching like a rookie. So I think he gets the job done today. Going up against Mackenzie Gore. Gore's one of those, he's an older guy, but more often than not, it doesn't go well for him. For me, my only problem is the Giants hitting. Right around 200 against lefties and runners in scoring position. They've just been so bad. Over the last week, 111, second to last in baseball. That said, the Nats haven't been much better. So I think they turned around today. I trust Birdsong. I really like the under 9. Like I said, we look at the runners in scoring position. Neither team's really getting it done. Also like the Nerfy in this spot as well. All right, next game, Angels and the Yankees. I mean, really not much to talk about here. This is ridiculous disparity with pitching, hitting, fielding, you name it. Yankees run line all day. Minus 130, I think. Next game, Orioles, Blue Jays. Orioles absolutely smacked the old Blue Jays when they came to town. Rodriguez did face Toronto in his last start. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 Ks. I think he has a good game at Toronto. If we look, he did pitch at Toronto June 3rd. He went 6.2, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. Rodriguez is just one of those guys that I think he just kind of shows up against this team. Now, last outing wasn't great, but they also had a pretty big lead. So I think that kind of tied into it. If we look at Bassett, he got rocked in his last outing, which was against Baltimore. 4 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 Ks. Bassett's one of those guys that's better away than he is at home. So give me Baltimore all day here, coming off some rest. That said, there are some guys that have some success against Rodriguez. So Springer, Springer and Vlad are the two really primary guys that have had some success off of Rodriguez. So it makes me a little nervous. Vlad's been hitting the crap out of the baseball. We look at runners in scoring position. Both teams are hitting pretty well, 359, 350 respectively. But yeah, got to go Baltimore here for sure. All right, next game, Braves and the Brewers. It was supposed to be Chris Sale, and now it's Bryce Elder. The crazy thing is the line didn't move. I understood it when it was Chris Sale and the Brewers were plus 120, but the fact the line didn't move when it went to Bryce Elder, a bit of a head scratcher. So I actually still have some Sale in here because I was doing this last night. But if we look at Colin Ray, he did pitch versus Atlanta in his last start, but it was in Milwaukee. 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks. So I got to go Brewers here at plus money. I mean, I don't trust the Braves offensively. Don't necessarily trust the Brewers offensively either. So maybe you could lean towards the under. But with the wind blowing out, I'm going to take the Brewers here at plus money. All right, next game, Rays and Cardinals. Sonny Gray going up against Jeffrey Springs. Springs didn't look too great in his last start. That was his first start back. I remember because we had his over K line and he didn't come close to that. So 385 average to righties. Really didn't face too many lefties, but they were hitting him hard. So I like Sonny Gray to get it done at home. I think this should, I don't know if it'd be a blowout just because the Cardinals offensively have sucked. They got 0 runs yesterday against the Mets, so that was awesome because we had picked the Cardinals. So good job. But I like them to bounce back today. I don't think they get blanked twice. This is a very hittable pitcher. Yeah, they should get the job done today. All right, Cubs and Twins, really good game. This line was 5.5. I think it just moved to 6 right before I recorded the video. Pablo Lopez versus Shota. So why is it 5.5? Because there's an 18-mile-an-hour wind blowing straight in today. So that's pretty wild. That actually favored Shota. If we look, 66% of his outs come via the fly ball. So that's typically why he struggles at Chicago. For home games, it's because he does tend to give up the long ball. So Going to be real hard to hit it out today. But I like Lopez to get the job done today. I think the Twins have the hotter bats. We really haven't seen the Cubs just be able to hit the baseball, and Lopez has really turned it around the second half of the season. I think it's K lines at like 6.5, showed us at 5.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go Twins. They're just the hotter team, the better team. So I'll back the better team, but probably not a game I'm touching with that line. It's crazy. All right, next game, Astros and the Rangers. Thought Houston was gonna get it done last night. They were up 3-2 in the 10th with 2 outs and ended up giving a walk-off 2-run home run. Rangers win. GG. Astros had several opportunities to get a very good sized lead and just could not capitalize. Their offense has been dreadful. So I can't trust their offense. I don't like really the way Valdez is pitching. Tyler Mahle's going to be coming back. He really hasn't pitched since early April. But Mahle, a former Red, I like his stuff. I think he's got really good stuff that the Astros should struggle with. I mean, if the Astros can't hit Haney, they shouldn't hit Mahle. That said, Mahle's probably going to go 4 innings max, I would say. Yeah, I think they get it done. The Astros bullpen's a real suspect. All right. We were on the Royals. Didn't get the job done yesterday. It's so frustrating. They didn't hit Paxton, which was crazy. Today you've got Bello against Lugo. I can't back the Red Sox with Bello on the mound. I just can't. He's due for a really bad game. He's had 2 or 3, decent games by Bello. In July, he was only averaging 2.83 runs a start. That's really, really good for him. So I feel like he is due for significant regression, and I think it comes potentially today, although the wind is blowing in quite a bit. So I would look towards the under. I think I put the over here, but it was supposed to be under. With the wind, I would look towards the under. And I like Lugo to get the job done, but again, probably not gonna bet this. And if I were straight betting it, I guess you maybe have to go Boston for the value. So it's a tricky game. Not gonna touch it today. We were on the over last night and that cashed real easy. All right, Mets Rockies. The Mets are just like this traveling team. They've been all over the place the past couple days. They had to fly in to St. Louis, play a 1-game series, and then turn around and fly to Colorado after they were just in Los Angeles. So they went Los Angeles, St. Louis to Colorado. That's a pretty tough travel schedule. Kyle Freeland on the hill going up against Luis Severino. This is Severino's first start ever in Colorado. Freeland has been an absolute beast at home. He's got a 1.88 home ERA, which is crazy in Colorado. So I'm taking Rockies here, and I like the under 11.5. But shit gets weird in Colorado. That's just how it goes. The Mets really hadn't done diddly shit offensively until yesterday, but that was really just 1 inning where they got like 7 hits in a row. So they ended up getting to Palante. Yeah, give me the Rockies today at plus 140 something. What was it? Plus 130 now. Damn. It was plus 148 last night. I should have bet it then. All right, Tigers Mariners. Yeah, not much to say here. Keter Montero is horrendous. 5.4 away ERA. Last start, we took his over 2.5 earned runs. That hit in the first inning before they even got an out. So give me the Mariners all day here back in Luis Castillo, who has been extremely good at home. Tigers have not been able to hit. I know it's a little dodgy to back the Mariners offense, but they do show up at home. So give me Mariners. Unfortunately, you got to take the run line for value, which is a little scary, but it is plus money. So I think there's definite value at plus money there. All right, White Sox Athletics. I mean, kind of want to take the White Sox again. I didn't. I took the run line last night for the A's. Ross Stripling doesn't give me a ton of confidence, but we got to go A's here. You can look at the Nerfy. I just don't trust the A's. I think Cannon's a really good pitcher, but his pitch split mix looks horrendous and Stripling's looks great. So give me the A's, but like I said, if you're going to play it, you really got to go run line for value, and it's plus 114, so there is value. All right, last game on the card, Dodgers Phillies. Kershaw versus Sanchez. Sanchez away and Sanchez at home. Just lately, Sanchez in general has been pretty bad. So I think there's going to be a lot of money on the Phillies today. I wouldn't be shocked if this gets inversed here before the end of the day, and the Phillies are favorites. But I'm going to back Kershaw. He had a pretty rough last outing. His K prop is pretty high today, so it kind of tells me the books thinks he's going to have a bounce back day, and I think he does too. We've seen Philly really struggle against lefties that throw really good breaking balls. So I think Schwarber, Harper, those guys should struggle a little bit today. That said, we'll have to wait and see. Sanchez, really lefty on lefty, he's been bad. 345 average. We've got Freeman. I didn't know Freddie Freeman was back in the lineup when I did some bets yesterday, so that sucked. I knew he was coming back, but I didn't know it was last night. So you got Ohtani, you got Freeman, right? They're going to get Mookie back here pretty soon, I think like next week. So I think the Dodgers roll should win today, but we will have to see. Let's get into our best bets. All right, Yankees run line, minus 130. I almost thought about taking -2 just for a little more juice. We'll have to see, but I'm going to go run line. Giants, Washington, I'm going to go under 9. I think Gore does okay today. Again, it's just more I don't trust either team's bats. So that's a play on that. And the New York Mets and Colorado under 11.5. I think Freeman stymies them. I think Severino gives up some runs. I could see this being like a 6-4 kind of game, or even like 6-3. I could see Colorado really shelling them, to be honest. I like Freeland a lot, but it's Colorado. You never know. It's a little risky. Um, hmm, Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. All right, Mariners run line at plus money. Got to take that. And then give me Keter Montero to allow the first earned run at -120. I love this. Castillo at home has been amazing, and the Tigers aren't hitting. This just kind of feels like free money. Could be wrong, but I expected this line to be at like 170. So when I saw 120, I snapped it. And then give me Dodgers money line at -112. All right, parlays I like. Give me the Yankees run line, Mariners run line, Padres money line, plus 481. Give me the Giants, the Orioles, and the Cardinals at plus 432. And then we're going to go the All right, I can't think. I lost my train of thought. Start over. We're going to go Brewers, Diamondbacks, Dodgers. All three teams need to score at least 2 runs within the first 5 innings. This should be, I don't say sweat free, but 100% should happen. The Diamondbacks make me a little nervous because Lively's pitching well, but their bats are just so hot. I think they get that job done. That's plus 370. Fun parlay, a little weird. It's going to be the Padres money line, Yankees first 5 minus 0.5. That's at -170. So it's really the only way to find value there. Yankees full game total -1's at like -210. So trying to find value there. We're going to do Orioles money line, Rockies money line, Mariners -1. Pair those together, it's plus 1,511. So pretty nice there. And then our upset parlay, we're going with Rockies, Red Sox, Rangers, Brewers, plus 2,078. That's a big one. Alrighty. You can see how I like the games laid out here. And then prop leans. I went a decent amount of props today, more than I thought. I initially thought I was going to go with 4 to 5, but then I saw some really good value on some, so ended up including those in there. Nerfies, we got 3, and then other leans. This is just things that I was looking at. I'll kind of highlight it. Things I was looking at that didn't quite make the card. So those are some options for you. Some things I liked. The 2 I really liked. I like this one a lot. I think both teams, I mean, it's just a very potent offense. So both teams to score 3. I had this on the card yesterday morning. I took it off. It hit with ease. It was -120 yesterday. So now we're getting more value at -110. I still think it hits. And then the other one I like is Dodgers first 5 at -115. So those are a couple I like. In terms of best bets today, like if you had to pick a couple, I would go with These are the 3 I like the most in terms of just single straight bets. So I forgot to do that yesterday. So those are my favorites. All right, if you guys made it this far, give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free, helps me grow, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video.